It's an educational video by Patanjali Rishikul. Subject EVS1 Social Studies, Class 5, Chapter The United Nations.
Good morning, children. I hope you all are good and healthy and studying at your home. Today we'll start with a new chapter, that is United Nations. Children, this chapter is very important. Come, let's watch the video and learn about United Nations, why it was started and what are its aims.
The United Nations. The United Nations is an intergovernmental organization that aims to maintain international peace and security, develop friendly relations among nations, achieve international cooperation, and be a center for harmonizing the actions of nations. Why United Nations was formed? The history. As the world was recovering from the effects of World War I, a need for world peace and order was felt, as it became important to maintain coordination and cooperation between countries. At this time, League of Nations was formed to prevent another world war. But the League failed in its objectives and World War II started. This is a flag of League of Nations. History of the United Nations. In 1945, San Francisco hosted the United Nations Conference on International Organizations. There were 50 countries represented at the United Nations Conference, including United States, France, United Kingdom, Russia, and China. These 5 countries are known as the 5 permanent members. Formation of UN. The UN was established after World War II with aim of preventing future wars, succeeding the ineffective League of Nations. On 25th April 1945, 50 governments met in San Francisco for a conference and started drafting the UN Charter, which was adopted on 25th June 1945 and took effect on 24th October 1945 when the UN began operations. Here you can see the member countries signing the UN Charter. Aim of United Nations. One of the purpose of the United Nations as stated in its charter is to achieve international cooperation in solving international problems of an economic, social, cultural, or humanitarian character. The UN does this work by working to prevent conflict, helping parties in conflict make peace, peacekeeping, and creating the conditions to allow peace to hold and flourish. Here you can see the sustainable development goals of UN, which includes no poverty, zero hunger, good health and well-being, quality education, gender equality, clean water and sanitation, affordable and clean energy, decent work and economic growth, industry, innovation and infrastructure, reduced inequality, sustainable cities and communities, responsible consumption and production, climate action, life below water, life on land, peace, justice, and strong institutions, partnerships for peace. I hope, children, you have understood the United Nations, why was it formed, and what is